we're going to, Mirz Hashem, finish this fascinating perek. Zeu neshech, so much wisdom. The idea of halva'at se'ah be'se'ah is the core discussion of this beautiful Mishnah. In general, bartering with merchandise, for this case it's wheat against wheat, is the concern of a violation of law of interest. It's a discussion among the rabbis. You see it in Machne Ephraim and others, if this is a biblical violation or rabbinic violation. The idea, when you getting not as a borrower but as a fellow who asks for a loan, a core of wheat, and you exchange a wheat, it's not just the idea of wheat, it can be any other merchandise. The point is that there is a change of value, it can be a depreciation or appreciation of value, and because there is a distance, the rabbi is concerned over violation of law of interest. So we are on page 75, 5 lines from the top of the page. Here is the makor, here is the source of the law of halva'at se'ah be'se'ah. Lo yomar adam lechaveiro, a person may not say to another, alveini kor chitin v'neten lecha lagoren. Lend me a core of wheat and I'll give you back at the time of the wheat is born in the granary. Why? Because it can change the value. Between the time of borrowing and the time of bringing it there, it's additional of money. And then you have the issue of rebate. It's a discussion among the rabbis what type of rebate you're talking here. If you go after the initiation, the very beginning, which then it's a violation of Torah law or not, the whole key, what type of a structure of loan involved here, when it's a change of value, is a discussion. You can read much more at the Tzemach Tzedek, you can see in Machne Ephraim, you can see in Shut HaRosh, and the Ritva, and many more Mefarshim dealing what exactly the violation. Many rabbis hold that is a biblical. Aval omer lo alveni ad sheyavo bni. What he can do is, he can say, lend me this type of core of wheat for a short period of time, for example, until my son comes, until I find the key. So then is a search, the time, the interval time, it's such a short time that we're not concerned about a depreciation or appreciation of the price, but even with all of that said and done, Hillel oser. The Hillel prohibited the practice even in this case. Another option that Hillel prohibited in the se'ah be'se'ah, וכן היה הלל אומר לו תלווה אישה כיכר לחברתה. A woman may not lend a loaf of bread to another עד שתעשה דמים, unless she establishes its monetary value, meaning you have a very clear definition of value, and therefore the exchange it's follow that structure. You see it also in your idea, in the Tur Kuf Samel Bet. Shama yukru chutin v'yitzei ba'od lidei ribit. The concern is that the wheat appreciates value before the time of returns. They came to transgress the violation of interest. Omar Ravuna. Ravuna said, Yesh lo se'ah, love se'ah. It all depends upon what he has in his treasure. One who has se'ah of an item in his own house, he may borrow a se'ah of that item. Why? Because he established a se'ah that he could give back whenever it is right away, So he may borrow one se'ah. It's basically the same mindset when banks give you a very basic matching collateral that's not exceeded more than the property's value. שעתיים לווה שעתיים. רבי יצחק אומר, אפילו יש לו שאה, לווה עליה כמה קוראים. Rabbi Yitzchak said no. Even you have the value of se'ah, he may borrow several core in reliance upon it. Why? Because here thinking the ability of paying the part of the loan is he is capable to do it immediately. The market value is not a change, so there's only a concern about future interests. So it's he said that this concern is mitigated when it does not apply to the entire loan. תנא רבי חייא לסיוע לרבי יצחק. Bring a source of a brighter to support that view. טיפת יין אין לו. He does not have a drop of wine. So obviously he cannot borrow the wine or oil. טיפת שמן אין לו. יש לו לווה עליה כמה טיפין. So that's the Tana doesn't mean the measurement of a drop. It means that enough to have a drop, the Shita Mekubetzet said, to allow that. But there is a view in Shita Mekubetzet that said that that's applied to the Mishnah at the beginning of the Perek, V'yayin ein lo, which is the lending of wine. If you remember, we study it, that it has a value of 3 dinars. So we said, Vehilel oser. Omar Rav Nachman Amar Shmuel Halacha Kedevrei Hillel. The Gemarrah said, Veleit hilchet akvatei. We don't follow this ruling. Last part of the Mishnah, וכן היה הלל אומר לו תלווה אישה. אומר רבי יהודה אמר שמואל זו דברי הלל. אבל חכמים אומרים לווים סתם ופורעים סתם. The sages hold that one can do it without specification and repay without specifications, which is if you have a situation between the neighbors are not particular with one another, so there's no concern about the interest. That's so it's not just the idea of using the loan as a regular lovim. It's nothing with the se'ah b'se'ah, but even if it's Harav Chaim said, even if it increases the value, they allow it. It's not, you're not considering se'ah b'se'ah. ואומר רבי יהודה אמר שמואל בני חבורה מקפידים זה על זה, which means that one will not forgive each other, they go in a separate way. עוברים משום מידה ומשום משקל ומשום עניין. So that's, they have those violations. משום לווין ופורין, because basically you don't do that on Shabbat and Yom Tov. ביום טוב כדברי בית הלל אפילו משום ריבית. So that's a halacha I would like to share with you from the Rambam in Ilchot Gneiva, chapter 7. Member of a group who are particular with each other and who exchange their portions or lend food to one another on a Shabbat or festival transgress the prohibition against measuring, weighting and counting, as well as the prohibition against lending and repaying it on Shabbat. The Bach omits this halacha as they maintain that there is nothing unique about the members of a group with regard to these halachot. ואומר רב יהודה אמר שמואל, תלמידי חכמים מותרים ללוות זה מזה בריבית, which means, doesn't mean that they're allowed to violate the ריבית, don't misconstrue it, but מה איתמה מדיימה דריבית אסורה, ומתנה ודייבו הדדי. It's just a matter of gift. אומר לו שמואל על אבו הבריא, הלווי אני 100 פלפלים ב120 פלפלים ועריך. Which means that that's a מתנה, it's total different, gift. ספר התרומות said that doesn't mean that every תלמיד חכם that Baki, that is erudite in Ilchos Ribit, because this is known even for people who are not scholars. So it means there's a very high erudition. So they assume that they have the pure כוונה. אומר רב יהודה משמעון, מותר לאדם להלוות לבניו ובני ביתו בריבית, כדי להתאימם טעם של ריבית. ולאו מילתא היא משום דעתא למסרח, because they became corrupted doing such an act, similarly to others, in case when there is no justification for such behavior. אומר אדם לחברו, the Mishnah said, אומר אדם לחברו, נקש עמי ואנקש עמך, הדור עמי והדור עמך. ולומר לו, נקש עמי והדור עמך, which means to do it today and I'll do it for you tomorrow. הדור עמי ואנקש עמך, do it with me, or till with me today and I'll read with you tomorrow. Why? Because it's the different nature of the text. It's possible that one of them will have to work harder than the other did, and this type of interest, since you repaid him with additional hard labor. The Ravid said, page 75, the Ravid said, said that since the nature of the labor is different. Kol Yemei Garid, 75b. Kol Yemei Garid, all the dry days, Rashi said at the time there is no rain, Echad, they're all equal. Kol Yemei Revi'ah, Achat. Lo yomar lo charosh imi bagarid v'anechosh imcha barviach. Which means, plow me in the dry season, I'll do it, plow with you in a rainy season. Which means that it's a harder job, as we explained from the Ravid. רבן גמליאל אומר, יש ריבית מוקדמת ויש ריבית מאוחרת. There is a prepaid interest and there is a post-paid interest. כיצד? נתן עיניו ללוות ממנו והוא משלח לו ואומר לו בשביל שתלווני זו ריבית מוקדמת. He already put his eyes, send him a gift in advance. It's a problem. That's a ריבית מוקדמת, it's a rabbinic, but because it wasn't קציצה, it wasn't clear cut. That's what Rabbi Akiva Eiger said. And the post one, שלווה ממנו והחזיר לו מעותיו, את מעותיו, והוא משלח לו ואומר לו בשביל מותר אשר בטלות אצלי זו ריבית מאוחרת. Means that it's a like relate gift for the previous favor you did for me. So again, the whole idea that according to the Tur and the Ramah, and he spell out and said that that is the result of the loan. רבי שמעון אומר יש דברים, ריבית דברים. ואומר לו דע כי ויש פלוני ממקום פלוני. So it means that even by his words he caused him a special benefit. Otherwise he will not tell him if he will not lend him the money. ואילו שאומרים לו תעשה, these are the people who violate the negative commandment. You see it, if you remember we studied it earlier. המלווה והלווה והערב והעדים, the lender, the borrower, the guarantors and the witnesses. אומרים אף הסופר, even the scribe. עוברים משום לא תיתן ומשום אל תיקח מאיתו ומשום לא תהיה לו כנושה ומשום לא תשימו עליו נשך ומשום לפני עבר תיתן מכשול ויראתם אלוקיך אני השם. You see, it's all these lot of violation, lot of sources, all involved in violation of Yisrael Rebit, and it's the whole package for all these long lists of people who is in violation. תניא רבי שמעון בן יוחאי אומר, מנין לנו שבחברו מנה ואינו רגיל להקדים לו שלום שאסור להקדים לו שלום. תלמוד לומר, נשך כל דבר אשר ישך, אפילו דיבור אסור. ואלו עוברין, אמר הבאה, מלווה עובר בכולם. לווה אומר משום 3, לא תשיך לאחיך ולאחיך לא תשיך ולפני עבר לא תיתן מכשול. הרי והעדין עוברים אלא משום לא תשימו עליהם נשך. So it's different list of violations. תניא רבי שמעון אומר, מלווה ריבית יותר ממה שמרוויחים מפסידים. Those people who lend with interest, more they gain, they lose. Obviously, it's the whole Rashi famous statement that whoever does that, his estate, nechassav mitmodetin, his estate will fall apart. Even it appears at the beginning that they are successful. ולא עוד אלא שמסמין משה רבנו חכם ותורתו אמת, ואומרים לו, היה משה רבנו שהרווח בדבר לא היה כותבו. כי עתה רב דימי אמר מנין למשה בחברו מנה ויודע שאין לו, שאסור לעבור לפניו, תלמוד לומר לו תהיה כנושה. Which means he sees you and he feels embarrassed. רבי ימי ורבי אסי דאמרת רבי הוא כאילו דנו בשני דינים, שנאמר רכבתם לנו שלראשנו באנו ויש במים. אומר רב יהודה אומר רב, כל מי שיש לו מעות ומלווה אותם שלו בעדים עובר משום לפני עבר לא תיתן מכשול. וריש לקיש אמר גורם כלל על עצמו, שנאמר תלם נסיב תהי שקר, הדוברות על צדיק עתק. אמרו לו לרבנון רב אשי, כמקיים רבינה כל מה דאמרו רבנון. So Rav Ashi tried to test Ravina. Shalach leba defanya de male shabta. He sent him before the Shkia, before the sun sets of Erev Shabbos. He sent him lishdar limar asara zuzei. He sent me a salon 10 zuzim, 10 dinars. Beritrim liktina dar lemizban. They have a special deal to buy a special land. He wants to make sure the Yavet said that he's bringing witnesses for all of this. Shalach lenaitim arsade v'nichtav ketava. Sent any witnesses and we should write it. All the ktav alva. That's the two Shulchan Aruch in Choshen Mishpat 70 that said that you have to spell out. Shalach le'afilu ha'ana nami. You need even me, someone like me, like Rav Ashi, שלח לי, כל שכן מר לתרת בגירסה, משתלה וגורם כלל לעצמי. So it shows you that basically the Shulchan Aruch in Choshen Mishpat, chapter 70 is based, the halacha based on this Gemara. That you cannot lend without witnesses, only if you put a collateral in exchange, so because then you cannot deny it. Tanu Rabbanu Shlosha Tzoakim V'Nananim. Rabbi said that's the beautiful conclusion of the Braita. They said that there are 3 who cried out and are not answered, as they are responsible for their own troubles. So they said, "Ve'ilu en mishesh lo ma'ot malveotam shelo be'edim." You lend money and there's no witnesses, so then try to get it. והקונה אדון לעצמו, later Gemara explained, ומי שאשתו מושלת עליו. There is no comment, self-explanatory, right? Whose wife rules over him. קונה אדון לעצמו מה היא? כדאמרי את נכסיו בנוחי. היא כדאמרי הכותב נכסיו לבניו בחייו. היא כדאמרי דביש להו בהמתה, ולא אזיל למטה אחריתה. So basically responsible to his misfortune, but if you remember in Rosh Hashanah we learn on page 16b that changing location can change the decree of the person. So whoever stay in the place that he was, that's Yosef said, and those lenders after him, so they cause himself of trouble, and the Beis Din cannot help him much. The Rabbunim Pshishcha used to say that people think that that someone changed the location, so he changed all of his destiny. He said it is true, as the Rambam said, as the Gemara in Rosh Hashanah said, that it's good to change location, yet a person first to do the self-search to see is the issue only the location of something on his own himself that he needs to work out to improve his situation. Hadran alach ezeu nesher.